The fundamental problem on why you can't sing higher is a lack of separation. Now, what I mean by this is as you try to engage the muscles that stretch and they thin out the vocal folds, oftentimes we'll change other things. We might kind of push a bit more air, and especially when it comes to the muscles that bring the chords together, sometimes we'll just keep pressing on them tighter and tighter, or sometimes they completely let go and then we flip. And so for many of us, including myself, we need to work on building this separation into our musculature. Can we stretch those vocal folds and leave everything else alone? And to help you understand this, I've actually got a Zoom recording with one of my students, and this is where I guide him through this process, through a simple exercise and how he can start to feel and build more separation. Now, before we dive in, my name is Ivan. I'm a voice teacher who works with students all around the world over Zoom. And really on this channel, my goal is to make learning how to sing as simple and as easy as possible. So if that is up your lane, consider subscribing wherever you're joining me from. If you're interested in working with me, I've got some links down in the description. Anyway, let's dive in. Cool, nice. So pattern is pretty good. The tap is pretty good. Doesn't quite get to the top note. These kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just like that. Good.
Yeah,
Now,
so it's harder to practice alone because I don't have that feedback from you where you say, okay, the top needs to go higher, and then I can instantly fix it. Because when I do it alone, I guess I don't, it's not a recording of myself, so I just play it by ear to how the keyboard sounds.
no, for sure. Like it's always gonna be easier when I'm here because I'm not you. Like I'm
Yeah.
kind of reading you from outside. But what that could show you is just like, well, what was the difference between the feeling just now? Like, because the first one you did it was like didn't get to the top note. Second one you did it, it was great. So just notice, oh, what did I have to do differently there?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Slightly under on the top note. Good. So that one got to the note, but lost a bit of that the thickness or the connection or the strength in the sound. Yes. Have a guess for what happened there.
It's I don't know how to describe what I'm doing, but it's putting more concentration to the transition from like tapping
Yeah.
it, the transition from
So actually not quite. So your pattern is actually pretty good. So I can tell you, obviously we've been practicing trying to get the pattern in, because remember how our first priority was like just don't deviate with the pattern. It's not really deviating too much here. What's actually happening more here is more like just like a technical thing, which means just now the one you did, so it didn't quite get to the note, so the chords didn't stretch. So that was the main thing. And that's probably just to kind of keep it simple for you. The two questions for you right now is, one, did I keep that same kind of like strength or connection as the low note? Or do I let it flip into falsetto? Where you kind of lose that strength, the voice kind of disconnects a tiny bit? Or does it stay together? That's one. The other one is then, do I kind of stretch or do I kind of fully stretch to the note? Those are the two kind of questions or two things you need to be noticing, because you want both.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you want both. All right.
Yeah.
When you say the what is it? I think what was the word you used? Maybe the strength of the voice. Was it like
Strength. Yeah.
Like more pronounced. I'm trying to, see what you're talking about so I can correct it. So hold on, let me do it again.
Do it again, sure.
Yeah.
Good. The strength there is good.
So when you say strength, what can you like help me understand what you mean by
For
that?
sure. Yes. So
Or like
basically,
what it sounds like, I guess.
so yeah, I'll give you a demonstration in a second. But notice how like, so when you kind of speak versus maybe like when you go to like a falsetto, hey, whoo, hey, whoo, beyond like a pitch change. If anything, I even do on the same pitch. Like notice how like it's the same pitch, but there's a difference in the sound quality.
Okay.
One's a bit thicker, a bit stronger.
Gotcha.
There are muscles that do that, right? So the
Yeah,
muscles are the ones that bring the chords together. So that's one pair of muscles. The other pair of muscles are the ones that stretch and change pitch. And so at all times when we're kind of working around our scales, we're just finding different angles to get them to work better together. Now, better together at this point means more separation, which means as I change pitch, as I change pitch, the muscles that are like bringing the chords together, they don't change, they don't fiddle around. Because sometimes when you kind of do this, right? So notice what's happening there. I get to the pitch, but then the muscles that bring the chords together that keep the power in the voice, they lose connection.
Okay, and if I had to like point to it, was it like at the top when it kind of lost that strength?
Yes, the
Okay.
chords came apart a tiny bit. Now the counter is also true, which is sometimes we go where we don't fully stretch to the top, but the chords stay together. But the reason why that happens is it comes back to that same problem of like separation. What happens there is you prioritize the closure over the stretch. So you kept the chords together, but they didn't stretch. The other one is they stretch, so they kind of get to the note, but the chords come apart. So there is this kind of problem. So ideally what we're trying to find here is, this is the first scenario. Chords kind of let go, they kind of come apart. Chords are together, but I don't stretch. 2. So I keep the strength, but I'm also still finding that pitch. So that's what we're looking for. So you've got 3 scenarios here. So now let's kind of go back to the exercises and just see if you can call it out for yourself.
Okay.
What do you think?
No.
What's not happening though?
It's okay. So the strength that this here, I think the strength is there,
Yes.
but the pitch is not. I'm not matching the pitch to the strength.
Yes,
Like
you're
I-
not matching the note. So the top
The
note
note.
isn't there. So it just needs to be higher. Now, see if you can bring that in without losing the strength.
Okay.
So engage more, stretch is what we're saying. Now, to give you an idea, remember how we talked about stretch? There's probably like maybe for you, a feeling of the voice kind of just like you know how you said that there used to be this kind of feeling up and forward?
Yeah.
That's a good sign that you've engaged more of it. So another way to think about it is just like, how do I get the strength that I'm starting with? I just kind of leave that alone. And I just need to find that motion, let the voice kind of move up and over, release up and over, without it kind of like losing the power, without changing it really.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's a simple way to think about it.
I know you're talking about, I can't do it.
Say that again.
I said I know what you're talking about, but I can't do it. So I think the challenge for me now is maintaining the same strength, but hitting that pitch, hitting the higher or note. Sorry, hitting the higher
exactly.
note.
That's okay. I mean, that's a fundamental problem most singers are trying to solve. So just try it again. Keep trying, and we'll get one.
Okay, so when I do that, I lose the strength because it goes.
Yes, so you can combine it though. That did have some of the correct movement, just the other side of the coin.
See, okay, so that transition from here to here, that transition is hard because I feel like that's lower, and then from here to here is it's a much bigger jump in pitch. So to go from it's pretty hard.
It is hard, yeah. But I mean, it's just hard initially because we haven't figured out the coordination.
Yeah.
So you can kind of think your way through it, but I would definitely recommend just like try it a few times, like kind of rep it out.
Okay.
The best thing you can do is like you can kind of do it like the way you did just now. You have one, okay, it doesn't make it. Okay, but I know the connection is correct. Cool. Let's go the other way. Not a lot of strength, but something around it also feels correct. I'm on the pitch. For me, it feels like the voice sits a bit higher. Can I imagine a world where they both work together? Oh, not quite. That's kind of like the process of figuring it out. So it's okay to kind of like not have it initially, but you need to notice that in those moments when it's not working, there is something that is still working. It's just not the full picture yet. You're not getting both of them at the same time. But you have to like kind of coax yourself, like imagine that, I can get these two together. So try it again. If anything, do it like that, right? First time, just prioritize, don't lose any strength. Still obviously try to get to the note if you can. Second time, let it go to falsetto if it needs to get to the note. And you're looking for both that feeling on the third attempt.
Okay.
Good, so that's the strength. It doesn't quite fully stretch. So now let's go to the other side.
Okay. So you mean this side?
Yeah, let it flip. Let it go there. Yeah. Yeah, so notice how that gets to the note easily. So now how do I combine those two feelings? The feeling of the strength and...
Yeah, okay. So that's the hurdle I'm at right now. So it's...
Yes.
I guess I can bring or continue with the strength of the voice, but where I'm stuck. Okay, all right. Let me.
You can do both of them. Yes, it is possible.
Had I known this would have been the challenge that you asked me about.
Yep.
There? Close?
Yeah. Some of them had it had the stretch, and then you also had a bit of connection as well. Yeah, hang on to a bit more strength on the top. It's on the correct note, which is good. Just needs a bit more strength. Yeah. was like that one that kind of had it. That was it. Yeah, it's as simple as that.
Am I
Something's crazy
overthinking
moved.
it?
I mean, it's not overthinking because you might be able to do it right, but you don't know why. That's
Yeah.
why we have to do a bit of this. But try it again. That one was really good.
And I was gonna ask you, so so the pattern that I've been practicing with is kind of, I guess it's slower, so it's but should it be more like
Not necessarily. It's just different.
okay.
I would kind of right now we're trying to get you to find a place where the technique is correct first.
Okay.
So whatever gets you there is probably more important. Once you have that, then we can start thinking about okay, how to change it, make it harder, make it easier, we'll make it different. But for right now, I'm trying to get you to feel how like you can just kind of stretch without losing the connection, which you've already done. It's just more like doing it consistently and then knowing why it worked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Try it again. I'll call it out when it's good. Close. Just lost a bit of connection on the top. Yeah. Nice. So the pattern changed it, but that was the correct feeling on the top note. Try it again. Needs more stretch. The strength was great.
The strength. Okay, so stretch it more.
Yep. Good. So that one got to the note. You're pushing a tiny bit of extra volume or air. Don't need that. More stretch. Needs to get to the note. Closer again. Yes, that's the adjustment. Whatever you did just now, that was good.
Okay. Wait, hold on.
Try
I'm
it
trying to
again.
figure out what I did. Stretch it more.
That was pretty good in terms of stretch. You just added a bit extra. You kind of pushed through a bit more air. So good. That's pretty good again. Again. Yep. Good. That stretches and it stays connected. Yes. Nailed. Just wrap that up. Like you something cool is happening here.
Yeah, I'm trying to piece it together. Or and I'm trying to see how it feels when I do it.
Good.
Okay. Let's try to move on.
Mm. Losing the connection a tiny bit, very, very slightly now. You're in more in the ballpark. Yes.
So you want that clean.
Yeah. Basically, there should be no flip. If you're flipping, that's the chords coming apart.
What's flipping? Can you
Like
demonstrate?
when the voice kind of wobbles or kind of like loses, like
Okay,
kinda-
okay, I see.
yeah,
It could be
that's
like
the
a
chords
little
coming
wiggle.
apart.
Okay.
Yeah, so that doesn't flip, but you need to get to the full stretch.
Hold on, I gotta play it so I can hear it.
Yes, good. Next one.
Okay.
Good, nice. Lost a bit of connection on the top.
Not quite there. It was almost.
Yep.
Okay, hold on.
Yep. Yeah, good. Yes. Have a guess. What do you think?
I think I hit it. If I based on the sensation that I feel when I do that, I think I'm hitting it.
Not quite. So you got to the note, but you're losing a bit of connection. It's still like losing a bit of strength. It's like a bit flippy. Just kind of like.
Okay.
So it has the strength, just doesn't quite stretch. Closer.
Yeah, I felt like there was a little bit of a flip there, a slight flip, I think.
Yeah, there shouldn't be any. Yes, nice. Nice. Let's take a break here, Khan. Let's take a break here because I want to try, because it's actually sometimes a bit easier to do with our mouth open because you get to hear the sound. Sometimes with like the mouth closed, it's harder to kind of notice things because you don't, like, obviously the sound doesn't come out too much.
Yeah.
Just do the same thing. Oh. Just do it with your mouth open on like an oh, something like that. Same, exactly the same thing. Oh. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Pretty close. Just needs a bit more stretch and a tiny bit more connection, so they just both need to engage a bit more. That's pretty close. Let's go up.
Yeah, like, okay, so from here to here, so I feel like so the strength is there, I think, but it's not the from
It's pretty good actually. I probably won't be too nitpicky today. It's actually pretty solid. I think it's just like you just need to once you stay here enough, where you're not like moving around too much with your technique, then I can start to point out more of like the neater things. But here, generally, it's pretty good. You got a bit of connection. The chords are also stretching. Like that. That's all I want to ask for at the moment. Can we try that again? Because I might set this as your easy win. Go back to the A, start there again, but do it with your mouth open on it. Or just be easier to tell. Good. Yeah, a tiny bit more on the closure, the connection. Good. Next one. Good. first one was actually better. Next one. Didn't stretch enough.
At the end?
On the top note, yeah, it was a bit underneath the pitch. Ooh, your second attempt was the best because the first time was like, didn't quite have the connection. You got it correctly the second time, but then you redid it. Then you went and you kind of fiddled around with it even more. The second time was the perfect one. It was like, closure was perfect, also got to the pitch perfectly. I'm not sure why you changed it. it's kind of
Because I hear differently from you, I think.
yeah, for sure. This would actually be pretty cool because if you go back and listen to around maybe like 38 minutes, you had that, like, you did 4 there. Second one was your best.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll go back and keep that listen.
Yep.
Neat.
Nice to take that.
Okay. Oh wow, I thought I didn't stretch enough.
It's a tiny bit, but that's close. That's like, it's like I'm deciding how much I should nitpick. That's pretty
Gotcha.
good.
Okay.
Good. Good. Next one. Nice. Can you stretch a bit more on the top? The volume is great. Just needs to stretch a bit more. Can you stretch even more? Yes. There we go. Subtle adjustment, but that's it.
Okay, so when you say stretch, this is the stretch part, like
Yep.
stretching the sound out.
Yeah. Right now it's a bit kind of like more like light, so that you're losing a bit of connection, but it is stretching there. Because you can also do it with like, just like, you can take like the exact same weight you have on the bottom right through. It doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to lose it too much, but yes, you are still stretching it pretty nicely. But yeah, keep going. It's actually pretty good. We'll keep getting better. Tiny bit more stretch on the top if you can. Cool. That's all right. Come back down. Great. That was clean. Nice.
Redo or keep going?
No, that was actually good. I
Okay.
was just taking down some notes. So, I'll share with you in a second.
Yeah.
Let's
for sure.
finish up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good. The connection could have been a bit more sealed, but that's okay. Next one, C sharp. We'll do like more like a one take right now.
Yeah.
Good. Next one. Lost a bit of connection again,
yeah.
but let's keep moving. B. Nice.
That's how to-
Good. Cool, that's stretching too much above the note. Nice. Hey.
I think the
Nice,
top one
cool.
was too high, right? A little bit.
Yeah, they're too high, but it's like all of this stuff mechanically is pretty good. So like because like being too high or like seeing it over the note is actually a good problem, right? It means like you're not necessarily lacking in the amount of stretch, just could be a bit more refined.
Yeah,
Usually
okay.
when people like constantly under the pitch, it signals something else.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm pretty happy with this last set. Like it's never going to be like smack bang like mechanical like
Gotcha.
a robot until you kind of put them in just time. But just now was really good because generally you're kind of the chords are coming together. Generally you're getting to the pitch. That's a good place to just kind of like get back to, because next week then we'll start to like nitpick at the detail. But you can only do that when like your margins are generally here.
Makes sense.
Right. So squeaky door on the or. So let's do that with our mouth open. And
Okay.
just like today, just walk up to the F4 kind of area, come back down. You can go a bit high if you feel like you're getting it, but around there is like pretty good. Now, I would say the first priority should still be, did I get the pattern correct? So this, where the scoops, where the taps are, just make sure you don't deviate with that too much. You don't really do that right now. So it should be pretty quick to click it in. So maybe the first couple you're like, okay, done. Pattern is good. Then mentally shift your attention towards, now can I get both the pitch and the strength?